So Channel 5 is pumping out hella videos. There's another one today. Poor People's Army? What's going on? There's a Poor People Army.
Talk about is about money, 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 but they release no resources into the communities. We can't breathe when we have poor people who are put outside of their homes, who don't have resources, who don't have
Oh my God, it's a homeless army.
access to health care or anything like that. I can't breathe because of that. I can't breathe when they're using my tax-paying dollars to fund the one that I don't agree with.
Dude.
We got the Miss Jill Stein here that's got a policy, that's got a program, that's got actual things that she's going to be able to implement as president.
My name is JonnTsai.
We should be able to, yo, I fixed democracy. We should be able to vote where our tax dollars go to. Like every single one of my dollars, like there should be a list, right? There should be a list of like stuff to choose from, like a donation list, and I get to choose where my tax dollars go to, right? That's only fair. That's only fair.
I'm the Green Party candidate for president, and I'm here to lift up the voices of the people. This is the real convention. It's not just Donald Trump, who is a threat to our democracy, who is a fascist threat. It is the Democratic Party as well. Trump interferes.
Is this a third party?
Typically after the election, and Democrats typically interfere in advance
That would
of
be
the
called
election.
voting, sir?
Some people say that, oh, but the Democrats are the solution to fascism. They're actually not. They are the cause. And let me tell you how that is. Because you had Bill Clinton implementing NAFTA, which sent lots of jobs overseas. You had Barack Obama, who was passing the Wall Street bailouts, which bailed out Wall Street to the tune of trillions of dollars, while ordinary homeowners got thrown out of their homes.
Yeah, they're showing the liberals as demons right now.
The long and short of it is that about 30 million people have lost their jobs over the last 30 years. Lots of it due to Democratic policies.
We must be stronger, more determined, and more committed to saving America.
That is what drives the surge to the right, when people are insecure and then they're goaded into demonizing others, and it becomes a game of divide and conquer.
Here in America, we only have Americans. We don't need to be a country dominated by foreign illegal immigrants.
Sorry, I don't want you here.
And you're demonizing immigrants, which is a lot of, what the right wing typically does. Democrats are driving those policies. Furthermore, it's the Democrats who are funding the most extreme Republicans.
We will
Wait, she makes a really good point there. My bad. I was letting her cook.
And you're
A country dominated by foreign illegal immigrants.
Wait,
Sorry,
she's
I don't want
cooking.
and you're demonizing immigrants, which is a lot of, what the right wing typically does. Democrats are driving those policies. Furthermore, it's the Democrats who are funding the most extreme Republicans.
We will
This woman sounds like she's reading a book, dude.
make America great again.
This may sound kind of crazy. It actually is very crazy. You may have heard of the Pied Piper strategy, which was how Donald Trump was lifted up by the Hillary Clinton press contacts, who lifted up Trump thinking that he would be the easiest Republican to beat because he was the most extreme. But actually he wasn't. But meanwhile, they put a lot of money into him. In 2022, they're still using that game plan, and they spent in 2022 in the midterms $50 million funding the most extremist Republican candidates for Senate and Congress.
What at first glance looks like a typical campaign message for a Republican primary candidate is actually an ad paid for by Democrats.
Democrat Service responsible for the content of this ad.
It's part of a national strategy. Official Democrat
Wait, is this a real strategy? So the Democrats are like Republicans, they purposely fund people who are extremists so that they would become on the ballot, and then they would become like the person that would be chosen as the, what do you call it? As the person who, like, the person that gets chosen to run as like the head, right? And then they fund the craziest people, that way they never get voted? That's actually a thing? That's kind of genius, I'm not gonna lie.
Democratic campaign arms and outside groups are pumping millions of dollars into Republican contests in at least 7 states, betting that Trump-faithful, election-denying candidates will be less competitive in November.
So they help launch the careers of very extreme Republicans because they'll be easier to beat in the general, but in the meantime, they launch the political careers of real extremists. So in my view, it's a
So they launch their political careers with the hope that they can't win, right? So they launch it, but that way they can get a platform, but because they're easily beatable, they don't ever actually win. They just get a platform, but then the issue is that they get a platform. Okay, I guess that's an issue, but then like, I guess it backfired because Trump won? Huh. Interesting. I didn't know this was a thing. So they bet that normal Republicans won't support them? Yeah, they're just betting that like, they're like, oh, this guy's fucking nuts. Interesting. Interesting. That shit did not pay out last time though, huh?
The pox on both of their houses. Neither of them are going to fix this for us. They're both working for Wall Street and the war machine, and they are both a threat to our democracy. So I reject the notion of lesser evilism. And besides, how could you say that the Democrats are the lesser evil when they are conducting the genocide right now? They are slaughtering 200,000
Dude, this is so crazy. Isn't it crazy that you have to choose a lesser evil? Isn't that fucking crazy? That like you have to choose a lesser evil? No, that's fucking nuts to me. Imagine like that's your angle. Yeah, but we're like there are two evils, but we're the lesser evil. GG's. Like, okay. Holy shit.
And children in particular.
I have no idea what's going on. So this is a third party. So she's just saying like both the left and the right are fucking nuts, and it's GG's if you choose either or, which is definitely true. But this is the issue. There's too many voters on each side, and someone like a third party candidate is never going to win. It's just true. It just is what it is. In the history, I would bet my whole fucking life, my whole lifetime, and probably the next 30 generations, will never have a third party president. It is what it is. GG's.
And elders in Gaza right now. With Trump, it's a hypothetical. With Biden-Harris, it's not hypothetical. It's actually happening now.
Uh-oh, the ghetto bird's out. You know what that means. Channel 5 election season 2024 Democratic National Convention. As you can see, this brick building right here is not an ordinary brick building. This is the other side of the United Center. The Chicago Bulls play there sometimes, but tonight, a different game is being played in there, and that's the game of two-party electoral politics. Now, my main man, Ishkar Saddam, is at a nearby park with the Palestinians and Palestinian supporters, speaking to them.
We feel betrayed by the Democratic machine. A lot of the Muslim Palestinian community voted Democrat.
We sent $3.5 billion of weapons, 2,500 pounds of dumb bombs.
Workers of the
world, dude, honestly, every single Palestinian should come out and they all come together and say, we will vote for Trump if you don't stop this shit. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if they do, the left is fucked. Am I wrong? If they do, the left is fucked, right? They're fucked. They gotta make a decision. GG's.
We have nothing to lose but our chains, a world to win. Join the Revolutionary Communist International wherever you are. And watch Channel 5.
Thank you, man. I'm about to go about 2.5 miles away from the Democratic National Convention to a park called Humboldt Park to visit an organization called the Poor People's Army. I don't know if you ever heard of the Poor People's Army, but apparently they're poor, they have an army, and they're meeting in Humboldt Park. So we're gonna go tap in and see what's going on.
Hey, the poor people's money would be the best army in the world. Why? Because there's more of them than anyone else, right? There's more of them than anyone else, and they ain't got nothing to lose. They ain't got nothing to lose. GG.
We are here to live amongst one another because it's our calling.
Oh my God! If this isn't fucking America, if this is not America, if this is not a vibe, damn. Third parties win often in other countries. Do they actually? But the electoral college makes it terrible. Yeah, it's like impossible here though, especially because like everyone in like who like the votes and shit, they're all liberal and right. So like, it doesn't even matter. GG. Why do I keep saying fucking?
Here on Earth, we're all placed here. Nobody was forced here. We were all put here. So what we're going to do is we're going to live together. We're going to ask for the war to stop in Palestine. The violence that's plaguing the streets right now is contaminating our whole nation. We want to see a ceasefire here in Chicago.
Yes. I can breathe with Jill Stein. Say I can breathe. I can breathe. I can breathe with those policies. I can breathe. I can breathe.
My name is Sherry Honkala, and we're here in Humboldt Park. Our slogan really is, we're not left, we're not right, we're from the bottom, and we're coming for the top. Instead of having our military fly someplace and kill people, we could have our military build luxury housing overnight.
Right. How do you think like the Democratic establishment benefits from having an underclass of poor people?
They're really invested in building what we call the nonprofit industrial complex. There's a lot of money and never solving issues. The shelter system is a money-making business. A lot of them are privately owned.
Private for-profit shelters. These shelters aren't providing any wraparound services at all. They're just providing what are oftentimes substandard, unsafe housing for individuals.
Look, I don't mind making money. I love making money, okay? But I hate for the government wasting money. And right now, it's a waste of money.
Fair runs 4 houses in St. John's. His revenue has quadrupled in the last 5 years.
People have to actually spend money in order to stay there. They can't hold on to their belongings. They employ a gajillion other social workers to justify why they psychologically.
Dude, you never really realize how fucked up the world is, huh? Like, until you really look into this shit, you never realize how fucked up everything is. Like, this shit just making me depressed. Like, goddamn. We have a few parties, but one has been at top for so long. They got beaten for the last 2 elections, but both parties that one have fucked up now. So people are going back to that one party, and that party's fucked up. Oh, GG, yeah. So everyone loses. President of the one in friends with Putin and Hungarian president. Oh my god. Oh my god, bro. It's so fucked. My experience with that with the Northern NV Cares campus, dude. What the fuck? Exploiting the poor to get money? Oh my god. We should open up a shelter. What the hell are we doing? We should be opening up a shelter. For profit. DLC. Microtransactions.
They don't need housing, keep them on waiting list. When the reality is they just need access to affordable housing. Poor whites are hurting just like blacks and Mexicans and Puerto Ricans and our indigenous brothers and sisters. It's just a question of lack of access to education and real information about who's in charge.
Is there any particular candidate or political figurehead that stands out to you as somebody that would be a good option for this new party?
Well, I mean, I love Claudia de la Cruz. I love Cornel West. But I think that the candidate that's actually on the majority of the ballots across this country and has the actual infrastructure and the ability to potentially win would be Dr. Jill Stein.
Right. For those who don't know, what is the war machine?
Okay, I have a quick question. She said majority of the ballots. Are you telling me that she can be on one ballot, but not on another ballot? That seems fucking crazy to me. Am I wrong? Is that not nuts? Not every state? Dude, that's so fucking weird. You're telling me those like a bunch of states can like vote her in for some reason, but for some states it's not even an option? Dude. This is not real. This is not fucking real. Also, please, I'm trying to go sleep. This plane's getting really bad. Have fun. All right, Sarah, thank you so much for stopping by. Have a good rest of the night. Thank you again. I really appreciate it. Third party candidates have to fight pretty hard to get on the ballot sometimes. Dude, that's so nuts. That is so ridiculous.
Okay, so very simply put, we are now spending about half of our congressional budget, $1 trillion a year, on endless wars. Endless wars and 800 military bases around the world. We are spending more than the next 10 nations combined. The next 10 biggest spenders, we're spending more, mostly on weapons. So it's about half of this humongous budget that's actually going to the war profiteers, the war contractors. They're making huge profits on this. It is an industry which has bought its way into Congress. And
that is crazy though, huh? Like, dude, if you are one of these war contractors, like, dog, you're making so much fucking money creating these missiles and shit. And, like, you're creating shit to kill people. Dude. No, dude, the world is fucking crazy out there. Oh my god, to even think about that, I never even thought about that. Like, your whole company, the whole basis of your company is just to fucking kill people. It's just, how efficiently can you kill people? And like that company exists and it's making so much money because of the government, dog.
Provides a lot of campaign contributions. It provides lobbyists who are defining policy, and it creates these projects that provide jobs in a whole lot of different districts, and that's also how they buy the support of our politicians, such as they are. AIPAC is also part of this. So AIPAC is also
they're low-key
pouring money
unbeatable
into races, buying politicians to basically gin up endless conflict, which is great if you're a war contractor, and they're the ones, you know, who are buying these policies.
20 recipients in Congress, the House and the Senate, of AIPAC money in the 2022 midterm cycle, according to Open Secrets.
But for the American people and the people of the world, this is an utter disaster, and they're embroiling us in endless wars that are not making us safer. They're actually making us less safe, not more safe, creating failed states like Libya and Iraq, just wreaking havoc on the world. We need a foreign policy based on international law, human rights, and diplomacy. Right now, it's mostly based on
my God,
raw
America's
military
fucking
power.
On a
Holy
national
shit.
domestic level, do you think that the media division machine is doing a similar thing with Americans themselves?
Absolutely. The media machine is really critical here. In fact, that's why the First Amendment is the first, because we need a free press, we need freedom of speech, we need the right to protest so that we, the people, can be informed. The role of the press is really critical. We're supposed to have a press serving as a watchdog to power. Right now, most of the corporate press are lapdogs to power. They are not watchdogs to power. So they're interested in landing the next interview with some, with some big important elected official. More interested in that. So they're not going to give a tough interview. They're not really, scrutinizing policies and informing people. If we're going to have a democracy, we have to have informed voters who can make decisions. And right now, we are kept in the dark.
What's up, guys? Hope you're having a great week. What if I told you I could give you 1 free gigabyte of data anywhere in the world? Well, that's a reality. Today's video is sponsored by a company called Saley, a new eSIM service app brought to you by Nord Security. It's an eSIM card plan that basically works like a VPN from your phone. That's right, you, and allows you to connect to a cellular network in over 150 countries. For example, if you have T-Mobile or Sprint or something like that, and you go to Canada or Mexico, and then as soon as you cross the border, they say, "Oh my gosh, welcome to Canada, welcome to Mexico," and they start charging you exorbitant fees to use your phone. With Saley, that can all go away. You'll also be able to avoid scammers selling fake SIM cards, and also long lines at the airport. Nobody wants that. So if you're someone that travels a lot, or you're somebody like me who's now trying to take Channel 5 global into every continent on Earth, I would definitely consider getting
Asian
an eSIM
American
plan with
Pacific
Saley.
Islanders.
I'll make it easy for you. Go to www.saley.com/channel5 and enter the coupon code channel5. That'll give you 1 gigabyte of free data, no matter where you're at. Even if you're in the US right now, you can just get a free gig of data. So shout out to them for sponsoring this video. Hope you guys like the service. And by the way, if it happens to not be compatible with your device, down the line, there's free refunds. All right, guys, back to the streets.
Ruben here has been an absolute soldier in this process.
Ruben, what do you think is the #1 issue facing America right now?
I mean, there are a lot of poor problems in Philadelphia, like homelessness and
the
drug
absolute soldier.
It's we do have to solve that.
Grants Pass
being passed. Shit, he was not ready. He was not ready to speak. He was not ready to speak.
If you heard about that, that's the Supreme Court case that got passed 3 months ago that allowed municipalities across the country to literally criminalize homelessness, starting in Grants Pass, Oregon.
Case all started in Grants Pass,
I heard about
Oregon.
this.
That city.
It's straight up illegal to be homeless in a lot of places now, right? And then that's how they clean up the streets. You're just going to jail.
Had passed a law that said people who camp on city streets could be subject to citations, fines, and ultimately removal from those public spaces. Advocates for people who are homeless there sued, saying that the law amounted to cruel and unusual punishment, a violation of the 8th Amendment, because it would criminalize sleeping, a basic human need.
And specifically, it's been Democratic governors like Kathy Hochul and Gavin Newsom, specifically in California, who have jumped on that law. Here in Illinois, in Rosemont, which is at O'Hare, they just criminalized it, with the exception for being outside Nike stores and stuff.
The Democratic Party has kind of shifted into a very concessionary position, even though it's supposed to be the left party. And I also think a big part of that is obviously tied to the Democratic Party's funding of the genocide in Palestine, especially with the party
They just
kind
put their
of
stuff in
forming
the
a
dumpster
rift
and make them
between,
move around.
like,
So
the
they don't
more,
do
like,
shit.
center-left part of the party, I guess.
Dude, what kind
and
of
the far
fucking
left part of the party,
dictatorship
or
do
at
we
least
live
been
in?
trying to. They've kind of just made the whole party
Just
move
make
into this
homeless
position
people
where
homeless
on a
forever, dude.
lot,
Like,
they're
they
just
have
not
no
that
way
different
out.
from the Republicans. The thing is that on a lot of home front issues, like, Democrats and Republicans still work against each other, obviously, but like when it comes to more corporate-tied issues like baseline poverty and homelessness, they just have a lot of the same goals because a lot of them are just corporate.
Yep, because
So
they
I
make
just think
money.
they're, like,
They both make money off of
weaponizing
it.
things that really hurt people on a daily basis, because rich people can go and get abortions. Like, across history, rich women have always been able to get abortions regardless of what the law is. So for me, I'm like, I just feel like they're using things to make people want to vote for them. And so for me, I would say it's the lesser of two evil thing. It's been going on for 8 years. Like, this is not democracy.
We need to be honest with ourselves about the kind of country we live in. Let's be honest. I mean, the Democrats got away with taking away the safety net. And let's be real, too. When they passed the New Deal, they weren't thinking about the people. They're thinking about the entities, the corporate entities that would benefit from the subsidies. Let's be honest.
Hanson, what's up, Aki? What's up, Aki? I was just shouting y'all earlier. I was saying, damn, you literally like every single one of my TikToks. W fucking supporter, yo. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. What's up, what's up?
Two, it wasn't about the poor person in Mississippi. It was about the corporate farmers that were starting to develop at that era and figuring out how do we subsidize them. That's what the food stamp program is about. There's something wrong in this country telling people it is okay to work 3 jobs, not see your kids, not see your loved ones, not take a vacation, and God forbid you get sick, okay? And I still got a job at home because I'm a mother. Because let's not forget, I don't get a day off. And I gotta figure all that out. How are we gonna eat? How are we gonna pay rent? How are we gonna pay the utility bills? That every single thing went up after COVID. Not one thing stayed the same except salaries. The only thing that stayed the same in this country is the minimum wage.
Damn, she's cooking.
Even though everything else went up.
She's cooking.
And we have a Democratic president or a Republican president, then a Democratic president, Republican president, and neither party ever talks about what is really going on in this world. Because I'm not even gonna say the country. What is really going on in this world?
Oh my gosh, she's cooking.
There is no scarcity. It is how
Holy
we pit
shit.
people against each other, so they're too distracted.
He's looking cute
to
today,
see
huh? Yes.
Everything that I'm too addicted to consuming, and how much profit I'm making, and more profit. How many more houses one individual can have? How many yachts can one individual have? And you're gonna arrest me now that I make a tent city? Yeah. So if I take the scraps from the trash and make some kind of shelter for me and my children, regardless whether I have mental health issues, regardless whether I'm an addict, regardless of whether I am a female, male, whatever. I am a human being first. With what conscience are you criminalizing poverty?
Right.
And it's not gonna stop just in the United States. The poor of the world, not just this country, are fed up. People in Gaza are fed up. People in Kensington are fed up. People in San Juan who just went through a storm and do not have electricity because the government that they belong to said you're not our country, so we're not going to give you federal dollars to fix your grid.
Energy provider Luma said roughly 560,000 people, more than a third of customers, were without power across Puerto Rico by the end of the day. The island's grid is still being repaired 7 years after it was wiped out by Hurricane Maria.
Oh my God.
And let's not leave out rural communities. I live in Haines City, Polk County, Florida, okay? But do you think that the poor and rural communities have transportation? They don't. There's absolutely not even a sidewalk to walk on because I am giving the message of stay poor, stay hidden, and die silently, okay? If I get a job, how do I get to that job? If I even get it when I'm in a rural community, okay? Let's not leave those folks behind. There are hundreds of thousands of people living in trailers across the United States who are paying $1,600 a month in rent for a trailer. A trailer. Have you ever been inside a trailer?
Yeah.
A used trailer. Do you know how that smells?
Definitely.
Okay? $1,600. Can you afford $1,600 to be living in a trailer? How many jobs do you need to have? Because I personally have 2. I have seasonal jobs and I have other jobs, part-time jobs that I do.
I'm sorry, yo, she's fucking cooking though. I'm not even gonna lie. This bitch, she's cooking. I don't say this bitch. I don't mean to derogatory. She's cooking. You know, so funny. He's like, how much money do you have? Like, this guy's rich, right? Andrew Callaghan. Yeah, I just thought that was funny. This guy makes so much money. Like, this is not an issue at all. $1,600 a month? Yeah, that's nothing to Andrew, right? That's nothing to Andrew. But yeah, that shit's tough. To live in a trailer?
I have a girlfriend who works 3 jobs to live in a trailer.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
What I want to be when I grow up?
Yeah.
I don't know. Something makes me get money.
Okay.
Try and get money.
Yup.
Like, money's hard.
You're in the poor people's army.
Oh, no.
Trying to be in the bag chasers army.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
that guy.
If you had $1 million right now, what would you do?
I'll go to the store.
You go to the store?
That's not how you get rich.
To get what? You have $1 million. You gonna go to the store?
I'm hungry. I want to get that Puerto Rican restaurant food.
What are you about to get?
Some pastelillos, empanadas, anything. I'm hungry.
Want to give a message to the kids out there?
Work hard. And,
Yes, sir.
And don't be depressed.
Hey.
What about cigarettes?
Don't smoke.
Hey, W.
Drugs.
Don't do drugs. 'cause
W.
I know people do drugs, and they look weird. I went to Philly for a little bit, and people do drugs there a lot.
For real?
Yeah, this lady was just dancing and screaming. She was skinny, and her whole face was whole dry.
Probably off that Trank. You ever heard of Trank before?
Nope. My name is Anthony Mejia Colon. Anthony Gabriel Mejia Colon. I'm Puerto Rican and Mexican, and I'm part of the Poor People's Army. I want to be treated like an adult. 13 or 12 is like an adult, basically.
What?
I'm gonna have a talk with my mom about that. What is your favorite sport? Football. So what is your favorite snack? Takis. You too young to do Takis, sir, because your stomach. Hello, sir. How you doing?
Doing well, sir.
My name is Anthony Mejia
Dog,
Colon.
they literally gave this guy his mic to go interview people. Dude, W Andrew actually.
What's your name, sir?
My name is Captain Joyne. I'm one of the High Times freedom fighters at a Lifetime Yippee. I'll be one of the speakers today.
Where you go say in the speaking?
You know, I never know till I get up there, but it'll be a surprise for all of us.
All right. How was the riots in the 60s?
The 1968 riots have been very well documented, and they were horrible. Chicago was full of the delegates and full of the protesters, and the protesters had no place to stay. They're trying to sleep in Lincoln Park. At dusk, the cops went into Lincoln Park, and the footage is in Chicago 8, and they just wailed anybody that was standing. Just started clubbing the whole crowd down. It was dubbed a police riot for a reason, because we're a pretty peaceful crew. The cops, sometimes not so much. But they're saying if we follow the rules this time, they won't arrest us. So we're down with that. We'll see what happens.
My name is Chris the Anarchist Ryan, and I'm here from
Did
Columbus.
that actually happen? Yo, what the fuck is it with police? Dude, police are like low-key thug armies. You know what I mean? Like, are the police not literally just an army of thugs?
Ohio, representing the Columbus, Ohio chapter of the Youth International Party, better known as Yippies.
Yippies?
Yippies. Y-I-P-P-I-E-S.
Yippee, sir?
Yippie. I'm a yippie, yeah.
Oh, you're a yippee, sir?
Yeah, I'm a yippie.
May I ask how old you are?
I'm 66 years old. I've been a member of the Youth International Party for 50 years. I'm the founder of the Ohio Hemp Fest at Ohio State University, or I should say the Ohio State University. Abby Hoffman was my mentor. I am also a national co-founder of critical mass bicycle protests in both Columbus, Ohio, and here in Chicago, Illinois, where I used to work as a bike messenger and racing sailor in the late 90s. Follow your dream.
You heard him. Follow your dreams.
Let's go.
Never give up your dreams, guys.
Big Dogs for real, dude. Honestly,
you're obviously interested in doing journalism and moving into media arts. That's kind of a dream for you, an aspiration, something you want to see happen in your life.
And you're not
follow it. Do not do. Yeah, exactly. Do what you're doing. Keep it up, because what you're doing is actually really very, very important.
You're right, sir.
And so yeah, you know, stay close to your dream. Follow your heart.
Follow your heart.
Don't dream it, be it.
Yeah.
Nice
Oh
to
my
meet you.
God!
I'm signing off.
W.
Have a nice day. Never give up your dreams.
Yes,
you could
sir.
be whatever you want. You could be gay. You could be anything. Thank you for watching Channel 5. Peace out.
Channel 5 Live.
What the fuck happened to Andrew? He said, "I'm done working today." Just gave his mic to this kid. What the?
Hollywood and Vine.
Fuck
The authority.
Andrew.
Channel 5 News. Channel 55. We don't fuck with custers. And 5 is the best number.
This outro is so 90s.
All right, guys.
2000s.
Seems like that's a wrap. As you guys can see, the suit is off. I'm super tired, so gonna get a slice of pizza and orange soda, and then open up my laptop and
For editing.
open up my favorite application, Adobe Premiere Pro.
Yup.
Love it. Nothing ever goes
Wow.
wrong with that great application. In fact, if you're watching this and you work for Adobe, shoot me your contact info. Would like to call you and tell you how much your software means to me. Just kidding. Oh God, is there some other shit happening up
Bro,
here?
he edits all his own videos? Fuck! Dude, I'm telling you guys. I mean, I don't even edit like that, bro. Editing is a real fucking job, dude. Like he has to do all this and then edit also. Dude, these videos, all day he's editing.
Fuck. All right, DNC, Democratic National Convention. Looks like there's a Planned Parenthood abortion bus up here at this rally. Which means I gotta go. Oh God, there's protesters outside of it. All right. Looks like here we are. Third installment, Democratic National Convention, pro-life, pro-choice face-off. Here we go.
Abortion is murder! Abortion is oppression! Abortion is murder! Abortion is oppression! Abortion is...
Abortion is what? Whatever.
Every little boy is worth us working together to do whatever is in our capacity to save a human being from a violent, evil death.
Pregnancy can be incredibly challenging to people's health, and women do die during pregnancy. In the context of having, dangerous pregnancy in this country, we certainly shouldn't be eliminating the opportunity for folks to maintain their health during pregnancy.
Abortion is murder! Abortion is oppression! We took these photos! We took these photos! We helped these babies! We helped these...
I don't fucking know what they say, yo. I don't know what they say. Is abortion murder? I don't even care. If it's no, fine. If it's yes, then so what?